Okay, so this is FNGR, a little late on the show, but I think we could pull it off here. Joined by the following co-host, Brony Inspector.
Hello.
That works. And this week's King of Limbo, I swear to God I've done Sam here, but I guess not. Samoht-lion.
Hello.
Ooh, a mystery. So are you having like instant Mandela effect with Samoht-lion here?
I don't know. I feel like he's been around so damn long. I was like, I can't believe we didn't do Sam this whole time. So, I guess we'll start off with something fun. So I'm going to ask you, you know what, I'm going to go to the fun one first. What was the worst convention you've ever been to? I normally would just go ask you, like, what's the best, but I just want to have the...
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I would say probably the worst I've been to, off the top of my head, probably...
Brony and non-Brony. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Brony and non-Brony?
Yeah.
I would say I wasn't a big fan of MagFest 2018. It just wasn't clicking for me. And I think it was just the wrong place to be there. And I saw people selling stuff. I was like, I feel like I need to be doing something. None of this activities appeal to me. So I felt like it was a completely
What was the audience there like? Like what kind of crowd was at MagFest?
It was a combination of anime cosplayers and everyone who just want to play video games the whole time.
Okay. Wow. Okay.
I know that sounds kind of goofy.
It's not what I would have expected. It's like a zine convention, right?
What do you mean zine convention?
I don't know. What is MagFest? What does that stand for?
I think it's for Music and Gaming Festival.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, I heard about MagFest back when Channel Awesome used to go there all the time and do stuff. And I thought like, oh, this is a big YouTube convention, right? And like, nah, not really.
Right.
Or when I would say, not really worth my cup of tea of going. It's like if I was going to go, I'd rather be like selling in the vendor hall or something, because looking at everybody's products, like, oh, my stuff can sell here.
Oh, you weren't vending.
No, I was an attendee.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So yeah, definitely probably that's probably the worst I've attended, because it just didn't appeal to me.
Mm.
And I think I was there with a friend at the time who just wanted to play video games all the time. I'm like, come on, let's go find something to do. And I was going to see Keyframe and her crew, and they had their own schedule of stuff I didn't want to infringe on. I'm like, okay, I'm just coming because they were here just to say hi, and that was that.
Mm.
What was the worst furry convention?
Oh, the worst furry convention. I would say, so they had this event for Fur Affinity called FA United, and it was just small and rinky, dinky.
Janky, even?
It was like out in like New York, Bumville area or something like that. And then there was a couple fires going on at the time, and this is before I got really involved on Twitter. My one friend kept on saying, "Oh, they shut down Ferguson." I'm thinking like Craig Ferguson, and this was during the whole Ferguson riots. Like nobody likes that comedian.
Clarissa's brother from Clarissa Explains It All.
Jesus.
I don't know what really liked them.
I didn't. Yeah, that's been a minute since I heard about that show. Like, yeah.
I'm really old. I'm not getting any of the reference.
It was a show on Nickelodeon called Carissa Explains It All with what was her name? Melissa Joan Hart.
Yeah, Melissa Joan Hart played like she'd like kind of break the fourth wall and be like, "I'm just regular," and you know everyone around her was like nuts or whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, that's an event I would not attend again. Even though I was like kind of like selling at the event, it was just a small niche market. I was like, oh man, I'm just not appealing to furries as much as I want to at this event.
Mm. Was there a good fur? Oh, but that was a furry event. Yeah, you were saying. Well, it seems like something you'd do all right at. I don't know.
I don't know.
So far, we've only mentioned the worst conventions that Sam's been to. What are you doing, stupid?
Oh, hey, how's it going? Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, great. My microphone, when I plug it in, the computer immediately assumes that I want to use the USB for audio instead of my headphones.
Gotcha.
Do you want a backup recording on this?
Yeah, certainly.
All right, let me.
That'd be fantastic.
Backups,
right, cool.
backups.
Yeah, we've got a full fucking cast here, solid. I did stop twice just because I realized I was like, oh, I'm kind of sitting next to the computer fan. I was like, you know what? Let me just sit back in the. So balance out the audio here. And then someone else joined. I was like, that's a stop and start there just in case. Sometimes I've had that throw up and fuck up the audio levels.
All right. Well, here's an image if you want to use it for the thumbnail. It's a transparent PNG of my OC, drawn in MLP style.
Oh, nice.
Oh, that was cute. That's super cute. Aww.
I even tailor it to, if I want to make it a puppet anime later, I can do so.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, probably, Lightning Bliss would probably take it and do something silly with it. You can see her doing that. But no, I've been on a couple of your podcasts that's an extra, and I probably joined a Limbo riff probably back in 2000 and probably late 2015. Yeah, and that's probably when I came in. And I've been with you guys ever since, just throwing art at you guys, mostly just doing logos since I just pride myself on that and stuff.
That's why I couldn't find her.
Hey, Dated.
There we go.
Hi, Sam.
So there we go. Painted Patience. Joined by Painted Patience. They can't talk with a crap today.
Uh-oh.
Yep, not even drinking or taking anything. Joined by Painted Patience as well as Stupid Private. There, we've got a full three people cast. I'm gonna stop and resend. That'll work. Fantastic. So
now
we only talked about was all Sam's worst conventions that he's been to. What did you do the best yet?
No, we haven't.
No. What was your best Brony convention? Let's say for fun and or money.
I would say the fun will probably be back in 2015, where I decided to say, hey, I'm just going to come for the whole damn weekend and give out badges and probably sell badges to people who already bought.
Which con?
That was BronyCon 2015.
Mm-hmm.
And that's pretty much I was introduced to a lot of people at the time, just going around. I was like, oh, you're so-and-so. Thanks for the badge. And I just kind of mingered about and such. And it was nice until I think I got to the point where I knew I had to go back to work the next day. I had to leave in the convention at probably 9 o'clock at night on Sunday to haul my butt back to Pittsburgh.
Oh God, I couldn't imagine going back and working the next guy.
Oh, just Monday. Driving the whole way. Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It can be done. I was happy it wasn't raining because I went to BronyCon back in 2014 and I just stayed for the one day, and I was driving at Saturday night and it just thunderstorm was coming down. I was like, there's no way I'm gonna make it back and home like this. So I ended up just grabbing a hotel and crashing somewhere near the Maryland Pennsylvania border.
Smart.
Mm-hmm. And so Sam, do you have a convention prep list that you do beforehand? Anything you do to get ready?
Yeah. First off, I see what the theme is going on in months in advance. Case in point, what goes on with Anthrocon. They always have a theme every year, and I always try to get my art out there or promo art. And for example, for 2016, their theme was 2016. No, yeah, it was 2017. Their theme was "Take Me Out to the Ball Game." Strangest theme for a furry convention. So I know that it was going to be in Pittsburgh. So I made a logo for it, and it kind of start from PR for my stuff. And I try to throw out badge commissions out to people hey, I'm doing this theme. Commission me now, and it'll be available for pickup. So I try to do a series of badges and try to put some art in the art show and just try to mostly tailor my packing list of what I know what's going to sell and what I know it's not going to sell, or stuff I just want to get rid of. And just make sure everything's squared away, and then try to get down there super ass early.
I find that very impressive that you're I'm going to see what this convention's theme is and try and tailor what I'm bringing art wise to that. I don't think a lot of vendors even or even artists even bother to I know that the good ones will do a couple things at most. I think that's fucking cool, dude.
That is business savvy, Sam. Good job.
Yeah.
I like doing that.
Painted, you're about to say something?
Yeah, I was just asking. With that being said, what do you think is your best seller?
Oh, my best seller, it's always been the minimalist stuff. Because this probably was back in 2012. I was just trying to find a branding that would stand out. And I was going through a website called Geeks Are Sexy. And they always post viral art or like comic or nerd related thing, and I saw they were doing a series like minimalist style. Like, here's what Captain America looked like if it's just a minimalist icon. I was like, I wonder if I could do that with. At the time, I was just putzing around with Lion King stuff, so I did it with Lion King, and everybody went nuts. Like, hey, you do my OC like this? I'm like, oh, okay, that's worth a shot. And it just caught on wildfire at the event. Like, people were like, oh, you do that minimalist face badge like the Andre the Giant Obey. And people just loved it. It's just a neat way, and I like it because it's easier for me to knock out. I kind of have a template I work with because I've done so many different animals out there. So I have like case in point, I have a wolf template on standby. So if someone has a wolf persona, I can just tailor a wolf.
Does anyone have a wolf persona?
Oh, wait. No, I think we heard Dr. Wolf trying to ask you a question. I think you should.
Oh, is there any possibility that you could do a custom wolf who, let's say, a wolf?
See, that's Dr. Wolf without Josh Scorcher sitting there feeding him lines.
There's a lot to say about wolves. I don't know why I am one, but when something feels right.
Okay.
All right. I might have jumped the gun on having a good.
That's the first time I was like, oh, now that we're recording, now that it's going to go into a video.
I'm not just doing it like I was.
No, I want to point this out to anyone who is listening.
The observer effect, man.
Yeah, freaking Inspector Brony has been solid gold doing Dr. Wolf, and this is the first time he.
And this is the first time I choked, dude. I fucking killed. I did not like. I was like, oh, good, I'm on the pod. I can do the wolf voice. We even had a segue into it. Nothing.
Yeah, I was like, oh hell, I'm prepared to make this the whole podcast.
Oh man, fuck. Oh, this is not good pod. Oh, I fucked up, guys.
Oh, it's all right.
This is bad pod.
Jesus.
Well, it's funny you say that because wolves are like the most popular thing in the furry thing. So if you have something with wolves, they jump on it in a heartbeat. Like,
I love wolves.
It's because there's so many of them in the furry fandom. Get that every time I see wolf art on something, people are like, oh, I'm buying it. Wolves on it. I need it. It's like, done. So I know where my bestseller is, probably just doing wolf art.
When did you start doing the con badges?
I started doing the con badges probably back in 2012. I started heavily doing it to themes. Like, I was just putzing around with Art Nouveau stuff, and I was like, I kind of like this style. Let me see what I can tailor out of it. And then I think it was probably the first con badge I did, it was during the whole keyframe thing, like save keyframes. Like, oh, let me just do a piece of art and post it up there and put it in the Anthrocon art show. Maybe I can get her $20. And that's when like I just started going through the list of people who were popular in the Brony community. Like, I'll do this person, do that person. Then people started reaching out like, hey, do you commission? I'm like, yeah, dude. And that was probably around 2015 is when I started doing a lot of the Brony con badges. And
So did you just started doing well-known people's badges for them and just like unsolicited, or were they asking you to do them?
I did unsolicited.
That's bold move, dude. I like it.
Oh yeah, no, I remember when everybody else was getting there. This is the first year I went out to BC, and I saw this guy handing out those badges, and I'm just sitting there thinking, I would have wanted one. That'll never happen. And next year he came back without me. Like, I don't think I went up and asked him because I was too ashamed. But he fucking presented me with one. I was like, holy shit, I've made it. I'm one of I'm one of Samoht's guys.
Holy.
I made yours in 2016, and in 2017 I just gave you a stack of How Not the Brony badges of your logo. Just like, here, do what you want with them.
I remember I gave one to Ninja, Brony, and I forget who the hell else.
Yeah. No, Brony.
You could have made those like a punishment, like, here's your How Not to Brony badge.
You wear your scarlet letter.
I remember Brony went too thrilled, and I was like, "Look, man, you're not super duper in with the in crowd because there was a certain individual in the fandom who didn't really like Brony. I forget the guy's name, but Brony was on the outs. I'm glad to see that he's kind of back in. So
Oh yeah, yeah, and that's why I think 2016 I was my first time actually vending at a Brony convention with my girlfriend at the time, and it was hard doing the artist alley over there. We barely made enough to get through the weekends. It was cutting teeth because we thought like, oh, the whole main six here. Let's have some posters, some art that people buy.
Okay, so we're gonna try this one more time. I'm gonna put up a layup and see if he could score here. So, Dr. Wolf, do you have any advice for someone with like a young, enterprising girlfriend?
Navigating a relationship at a convention is well. There was once someone I knew who, let's say, he betrayed my trust with a girlfriend, and I eventually forgave him for this, but it did strain the business relationship that I had made with her when we went specifically to go vend at a convention, which is the thing that I guess you were doing here also. But for any young enterprising woman in this fandom,
man, I'm not on today, guys.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
God,
yeah.
man.
You know what I was? I don't know where the hell you're going. You're usually able to stick it. And
dude, I'm not sticking it today. You know what? Like
no, it's
I don't know. It takes a minute before I'm I'm doing
you know what?
those.
That's why we're not streaming, so that's okay.
Yeah.
I could cut out all the gaps in this crap right now, and if it's just gutterball, I can probably.
Yeah, I'm.
You know what? If you come up with something good later on and you want to record it, I could add it to this stream.
Yeah,
add it to the
podcast. Get edited.
Put it in the
magic of editing.
I'll be getting into that headspace where I'm not just fucking these up. Like when it's relevant, it's relevant. Like when I'm like, what? Well, Dr. Wolf would have this to say about that. Like I can usually get them, but like honestly, I'm just kind of like sitting here listening to Samoht's story and being like, man, I want to hear what happened with this guy at this con. This is a good.
Oh, okay.
Good,
yeah, no.
Like I'm kind of more.
Okay, no.
I'm kind of more in that headspace right now than I am just like talking mad shit, which is usually where I am when we're doing Dr. Wolf voice.
Okay, yeah, no. Where were we, Sam? I completely got distracted.
It's okay. Going to the subject of Dr. Wolf. It's funny because I encounter him every time I go to the convention. He's always like the first one I see in the line or doing something. Like what happened in PonyCon NYC 2016? I was in line just to get my badge, and I saw him up there, and I knew.
Hold on, we should reenact this scene. I'll be Dr. Wolf, and you be you, and we'll see what happens.
Okay, so give us. Sure, I guess. So you walked up to Dr. Wolf, and you said what exactly, Sam?
I said, how you doing? How's things going today?
Oh, very well. Hello. I understand you've been making badges for people unsolicited.
That is correct. By the way, here's...
I believe some of them are saying you're some sort of a stalker. What is exactly your issue with these horse famous people that you feel the need to create art for them that they haven't even asked for?
I'm just promoting my stuff, man. That's just how they get out there. They get
when
free.
Do I get mine?
You got yours back in 2015.
I'm sorry, I don't remember you at all.
That'd have been great if that had been KP's voice. Holy God!
You know what? I've had not KP, but I've definitely had people in the fandom where like I had a conversation where they went through remembering me and then ended it with like, "I'm sorry, I don't remember who you are."
Jesus,
like,
yeah,
wait, what about that other stuff we were just talking about? Like, no, I don't remember you now. Like,
fantastic.
But he gave me this look. He gave me this look back in 2016 because I made a badge for Miss Anthropony, and I have no idea how the heck I was going to get it out to him. So it's like, hey, I know you're in with everybody else. Can you get this out to him? And I gave it to him. He gave me this look of like, I don't know if I can. Bewildered. I guess him and Miss Anthropony are kind of like butting heads about things.
I don't know if Miss Anthropony has any heat with Dr. Wolf. I guess he usually watches a lot of these videos, and if not, I could always contact him.
Dish girl, what you know?
Because I thought everybody was buddies with everybody. Like, I hear you this badge. Hey, I know you guys hang this out. Can you give this badge to somebody? Because when I went to Brony Con in 2017, I just gave I didn't want to play Marco Polo during the whole con. I'm like, here's a stack of badges. Can you hand them out to your friends?
Oh. You used the old intermediary approach.
Yeah, the middle ground.
I believe the technical term is drop shipping.
Drop shipment? You just used a drop, as the vendors say, we used a drop shipper.
Nope.
They're like kicking it back out of a cargo plane. Here you go.
So, Sam, was there anybody that you really met in the vending hall that you made friends with, or?
I would say probably first time probably in the vending hall that I connected with that I admired was Strumpet, because I made a badge for her, and she was always just a neat person to talk to, and it was just neat to because I know she was from the Pittsburgh area, so talk about pans in that and what Prairie Brother sandwiches. So that was back in 2015 that we connected then, and other than that, vendors wise, I just kind of took a browse of it. I mean, one thing I remember was observing Paper Pony stuff a lot, and I remember seeing stuff like that on Geek Tyrant of their work. I keep on wanting to call it a her, and I realize it's a duo. And that's where it's like, I could probably make something like this. I could do something like that.
When you got into the fandom, what people were you really most interested in bumping into?
I think I just had the biggest hope that I run into at the time was Tara Strong or something. Like, it'd just be neat just to say hi and someone say, hey, I admire your work, have a good day. And I made connection with her back in 2016, right before 2016, right before PonyCon NYC. And I was just making, going through all the VA actors just doing badges. And I just made one for her. I'm like, she's not probably going to be any event, but I'll just post it up there. And I posted up, and then, probably less than 5 minutes later, I get this like from her, then followed by a retweet, then a follow, then a message from whoa, all in a matter of 5 minutes. What's going on here? Was this her asking request more prints of her badge because she wanted to get it out to some charity? I'm like, yeah, I can do that. Can you sign something for me? She goes, yeah, cool. And then I probably in BronyCon 2016, I was in line because she kept on saying, oh, come down and I'll sign something for you first thing in the morning. I was like, I don't want to be a douche and cut in front of people's lines. I'll just try to get my ass down there as soon as I can. And it's funny because I'm sitting there.
You're a good guy.
I was sitting in line with my girlfriend at the time, and we're just sitting in line, and I'm always networking with people, showing off my stuff and my portfolio. And she taps me on the shoulder, goes, Tara's here, and she's looking at you and waving. I'm like, okay.
Oh, wow, dude. Oh, wow.
I'm imagining you doing that scene from freaking Wayne's World. Tara Strong is signaling us right now.
Signaling us right now.
There is a God. We're not worthy. We're not worthy. We're scum.
Well, obviously there's going to be a positive and negative question of the people that you met.
Where did your obsession with Tara Strong begin?
Now that's a Dr. Wolf episode I want to watch. The day I realized I had an unhealthy fixation on Tara Strong on a very special Dr. Wolf.
It was when I realized that my shrine to her had taken up most of my house.
See, it's stupid. If you give me answers like that, you're getting another podcast.
The answer for that, I would probably say doing artwork for Tara Strong started with her wedding anniversary back in 2015.
Well, that is obsessed. You know what her anniversary is, dude.
That is a little weird.
That is obsessed. Yes, I was making a joke, but now you are obsessed, dude. I can't.
I need a problem. But every year I try to make art for her and her husband of anniversary art because I did like an Art Nouveau of the two of them, and then people were like, "They're Tara, all the Bronies are shipping you with your husband." Like, no, duh.
Well, I gotta warn you though. I'll have you know, I have somebody from Limbo who's already shipped faces over from that video of "Do I Creep You Out?" and when she hears this, if she does hear this, which will be timestamped, dear Kichi. Yeah. Good times.
I sent them a cake on their birthday. I have it and decorated. It's made with the sweetest of cream and butter.
What? Jesus Christ! I really just freaked out on that one. Holy hell! All right, we're still recording. I just want to make sure.
At least there's no Bjork playing in the background.
Goodbye, horses.
I forgot what the fuck I was gonna ask now. I have no idea.
Well,
okay, so
I've got one.
Go ahead, take it away.
So, you said you wanted to talk about. Did I have any beef or anybody else with the fandom?
No, well, get to pain right after this one. Of the people you've met, who surprised you as being really cool and who not so much?
Honestly, Anthony, to be kissing your ass a bit on this one, I think you're the coolest one I've met.
Oh, go on.
He's so cute.
Gosh. Anyways.
Good boy points awarded.
Indeed.
So you're the one that that turned out to be the coolest, and I think the most surprising was probably Dusty, who even remembers my shit because I think I did a badge for him. I think it was like probably the 5th person in the group I did, and then he just remembered me from all that. And I think the one year we roomed together at BabsCon, we were just all sharing a room just because we're all vending, we were all like in our own zone, and it was pretty mellow at the time.
Do you like rooming with like attendees or vendors more when you go to a con?
I would say vendors for the first.
Yeah.
So here's a little bit of a goofy story. So the first year I'm going to BronyCon just to go, and I just needed a room. So I was on the. So yeah, you're gonna like this. So
I like it already.
So I'm just trying to find a room. Like, I don't care. I just need a place to put my head down and just call it a night. And I found a group to say, hey, look, we need one more person. And it's like, okay, a bunch of dudes in the room. Okay, maybe it'd be really mellow. Boy, was I dead wrong.
Nope. They were there to party all fucking weekend, dude.
No, I just walked in. I saw like a mountain of plushies.
Nice. Oh, they're doing it right.
Oh my!
And everybody's got like a corner, and luckily I had my blow up bed, and I'm just looking. I just look around. I'm like, I feel like I'm in a refugee.
Oh, dude, no, like I've been in rooms like that where I'm like, I blow up my mattress and I like pile my 6 dockies up in the corner, and I'm like, this is my area. No one touch my stuff. All right, we're cool. Like.
I was like the same way, except I had an incident during transport where my mattress had a hole in it. So during the night, my mattress was slowly leaking. I wake up with my head on the ground every night.
Ugh.
So that was.
Did it make that annoying sound, like leaking things sometimes do the entire night?
Yeah. Ugh.
Actually, no, I did. I probably just annoyed everybody. Turn on the fan to blow it up. That brrr engine.
So, oh wait, were you waking people up, reinflating your air mattress in a hotel room?
Yes, I was.
Oh, you're a bad boy. Why would you do like you?
And you just got those good boy points too.
Yeah, that's bad boy stuff. Those guys, it's not those guys' fault your bed leaked. Like you're waking them up, dude.
Okay.
And I think at the time I had a friend come up with me because I was getting into my Rocketeer cosplay, and she just looked in the room and she's like, you know, you could have roomed with us. I'm like, well, you didn't even ask if there was room. I didn't want to be a dick.
Yeah.
So I think that's when I came to realize, like, if I'm going to go to these events, I got to get a room for myself. I am not at the point where I can room with a crew anymore.
So you like to fly solo if you can.
If I can, but like I said, rooming with Dusty and Chocolate as vendors, we were all.
Oh, Choco.
Yeah, we were all in a room.
I roomed with him at my last con. It was he's a fucking great roommate.
Yeah, and the one time we had to do a Michael's run, and I said, well, he's like, I got to go too. Like, well, how about we just share an Uber, go there, grab stuff, grab food, and come back and haul ass.
No, he knows all the beats. That's what. Yeah, exactly. Like he knows all the beats of this. Like utilizing time well. Like yeah.
And we were fine. It's like no one bugging each other or anything. I just want to be too much of a dick about staying up too late at the con. It's like, I want to go to the parties, but at the same time, it's like all of them are like Chocolate and Dusty are already went to bed. I'm like, oh, I might as well crash too because I don't want to be that jackass coming at 1 a.m. bounding around like a damn Tyrannosaurus Rex. Here I am. Prum, prum, prum.
I think everyone gets one night at a con, right?
Right.
Right.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
But ever since then, I'm kind of addicted to vending at events, and I try to do whatever I can to vend at them now. Because I like the monies.
Nice.
What is the monies?
But,
is there any... Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, what actually started you making art and specifically your shadow boxes?
Got me doing the shadow boxes. I was putzing around the idea back in 2012. I was putzing around the idea because I just bought I just bought a car at the time, and it came with this magazine for Mini Cooper. So I was looking through it, and there's this
Which Mini Cooper did you get?
I have a 2012 Clubman.
Oh, good, nice. Oh man, cool car, dude.
Yeah, it was perfect for me. And
dude, cool car. Oh yeah, cool car, dude.
But there's this portion of the magazine. It was this article about this guy who does this paper craft, and the image was of the Lion King images he did. And I was like, so how does he make this? The guy said, oh, he doesn't use a machine. He uses X-Acto knife, and he mostly does these major commissions for like businesses. Like he'll do like a 3D paper craft of the people's building or their logo. And he was doing a bunch of like Disney things, and it turns out like the biggest collector of his art was Jackie Chan. I'm like, oh, maybe see if I can putz around with this idea. And I was putzing around with like my Wolf shadow box, which at the time I was just going to Michael's and not knowing anything about shadow boxes. I was getting like one of those plastic things that people use for photos and trying to Frankenstein that to be a shadow box. And then I think probably back in 2015, I was going through Kmart at the time, which I'm probably going to date myself because those things are nowhere.
Yeah, Kmart's a little bit gone, isn't it?
Yeah, and I saw these shadow boxes, like a set of 2 for like $10. I'm like, let me try this. So I did one with like the Last Unicorn design and Demona from Gargoyles as shadow boxes, and people just loved the Last Unicorn one. And it was like gone, and it took not much love for Demona until later.
Aww.
Yeah,
that's a shame.
Did you ever do anything with Undertale?
I don't know anything about Undertale. I've seen it, but I just don't. It's like people say,
"Oh no, the bus has already come and gone." I'm pretty sure that the fandom's long dead, but like that you probably would have made bank from what I'd heard.
I wish I knew about it. I wish I knew the characters more to make something, and I just didn't know anything. I know people in the furry fandom were doing things in it. I just don't know anything about it.
We got like one pillowcase left from the Undertale craze. It's been years. It just sits there. No one buys it. It's the last one. It's not even a full-size docky. It's just one pillowcase. It's it. It's all that's left.
But it was moving pretty good back in the day.
Oh yeah. Oh no, it was good stuff for a minute.
So that boat's gone. It's like that fandom's kind of dying down. If somebody does anything related to it, it's kind of once in a blue moon, I guess.
Yeah. Maybe. I'm trying to think of, is there any fandoms you've had your eye on that you might want to break into the merchandising for?
I say I'm trying to get more into the Voltron because I'm still coming at it from the old school perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And because it's interesting how people are nuts for the characters more than the lines anymore. So I did a collaboration with Brony. He was selling my stuff. He said, Your Voltron stuff's nice is people want the whole characters. They want them all as a whole set. So if you do it that way, that'll probably get people attention more. I'm like, okay, possibly. I think, but I've done stuff with Voltron since 2011. It's funny because I was Vincent Tong was in the Voltron 2011, and I made a shadow box for him. I was able to get to him at BronyCon 2017. As soon as he saw it, like, dude, we need to hang out. I'm like, dude, I can't. I got to go to my brother's wedding tomorrow.
You gave me an idea there.
What's up?
Well, you got to remember what bronies love most of all. It's basically ponifying something that's already fucking successful. You could try and make some kind of merch that's freaking like Voltron pony / theme.
Oh God, if you cornered that market.
Huh?
I mean,
And like what you could be that you need some good fan fictions to back you up. You just need just a couple more.
No, people will look at your art and make the fan fictions.
And write the fan fictions.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
The art.
Yeah.
You want the art to come first. They'll be like, oh, I like both of these things. Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd make a bank there.
You could be the next Fallout Equestria, and you don't even know it yet.
Yeah, that's so. There's only 5 members in Voltron, so
right.
So you're gonna have to have Applejack break her leg off stage.
Oh,
That's why Applejack isn't in there.
Her whole thing is bucking apples. Oh my God.
Right
Yeah, she does have the piloting skill for a line. Would it be giant lions or giant ponies?
You're the artist,
either.
man.
I think it would be a good idea.
I was
for
thinking about just
giant
putting the
robot
lions in the
horse.
background with the ponies and like the freaking Voltron outfits, kind of like a Power Ponies kind of thing.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That sounds like a good avenue to approach. But I think the other fandom I'm trying to keep my eye on the horizon right now. What's coming out? That's I don't know if I'm gonna
Disenchanted.
Oh yeah. Anyone else on this train? Eric Andre just killing it on Disenchanted.
Oh, Disenchanted. Yeah, that's pretty. When I was watching it, FNGR, that little demon, Lucy. I just keep on picturing that being you. I don't know why.
Eric Andre voices that character. He's perfect. That is the role he has been. Oh man, that show.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
Oh, man.
I saw it halfway through the first episode, and I said, "Man, Shrek was like a long time ago."
No, it's like
you're like
Futurama
the
if it were Adventure Time.
Okay, so I finally, now that we have somebody in the call, because I have to ask, I've been watching so many reviews where people are like, it's okay, it's mediocre. I loved it. Is it just, how often do you watch The Simpsons, is my question.
Stupid
was the one who had the,
Oh.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I gotta ask.
I gave up on The Simpsons probably around like 2006.
Okay, well, let's stretch it out a little bit. Did you continue with Futurama at all when it came back?
When Futurama came back, I was excited like a lot of people. I saw the movies, and then when the show came back, I was like, nah, I think I'm good on this.
Man.
So you're just burnt out on that entirely. No, I get that too. I cut out, and then I came back for a little bit in the Futurama. I think it's just because I've cut back on a lot of TV, but there's been things where I've watched it for a bit, and I was able to turn it the hell off right away. Like, for example, when what was it? The Internet Historian ended up covering My Immortal Romance or whatever the hell.
I was watching it too. And
yeah, I made about 10. I made about 10 minutes into it, and I was like, "This is tough. This is what's his name? Doug Walker levels of difficult to get through this video right now."
Yeah, it's about right.
I like the way they're talking about it. I like how they're putting the audio in the background, but I just something about it is like, I need to walk away from this. Feels so cringy.
Oh yeah, no. Well, there's another thing. Internet Historians videos are usually like 5 to 7 quick, and I was like, there's no end in sight. I'm not gonna make it.
This has been how many minutes so far? It's felt like twice as many.
I made up my mind if I had a kid and they fucked up, they'd be watching this video as punishment.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's
guess what you get to watch? No, I don't want to. Well,
should have done your homework, Billy.
It reminded me of the fan fiction that I read back in like 1999 for The Lion King, and I remember like that's when I was starting to do the whole fan art stuff, and I was reading people's fan fiction, like, oh, maybe I should do it, and like, no, maybe I don't have the heart for it, and. Man, they had something on the LionKing.org message board, and boy, some of it just got really cringy and really dark and weird.
Oh, you know what? On the topic of Disney stuff, Sam, I have a question.
Yeah.
If there's one thing in the Disney fandom that you would like to see more of, like a franchise or a character that you would like to see more of, what would it be?
I would like more of the Rocketeer stuff. I mean,
oh man,
that is a great choice.
Good.
I know it's coming back. I know it's going to be for Disney Junior, but back when I was probably 10 at the time, and it's funny because my dad was showing off old photos of me and my Rocketeer cosplay from.
See, I made, when I was in second grade, a Rocketeer costume for Halloween. This was probably my favorite movie for a good portion of my life.
And going on to that, my dad would say at the time my dad and my mom were divorced, and on the way home every night, my dad would tell us stories, and he had this great idea for the Rocketeer 2 about how he would go to World War II, and he was telling us fanfic stories in the car where we were driving home from between homes.
Oh, nice. You riffed out the sequel to the Rocketeer with your dad on the way home.
Well, wait. What year was this? Story. I just want to wrap my head around this.
1991.
Okay.
Yeah.
It said to be 91 or 92, somewhere in there, right? Yeah. Beautiful. That is a very heartwarming Disney movie story. Yeah,
Alan Arkman has the best lines of the whole damn movie. It's like, how do I look? You look like a hood ornament.
Oh, no. Yeah, Peavy is the best character in that movie. Hands down.
If they don't have a Peavy-like character in the new cartoon...
Yeah, Andrew Peabody, best fucking character in Rocketeer.
So, Sam, if I could continue on with the Disney theme and your opinion on it. If you had, say, a theoretical history eraser button, and you could just pop one Disney property out of existence, what would it be?
Ooh. Do you mean as a Disney?
No, hold on.
Do you mean as a Disney property, or just make it disappear altogether?
It's just gone.
It never was there.
Gone
it
from
does
everyone's
not have
memory.
any influence. No one knows about it.
I know what I would pick, but go ahead.
I would pick Pocahontas. I just think it was this kind of and it's just kind of like wasted energy they could have used on something else. I feel bad because I was remembering hearing the story like, oh, this is going to be the biggest thing. It's going to be bigger than Lion King. I watched it. I'm like, I'm feeling pretty bored here watching this, guys. I would say get rid of Pocahontas and put that energy towards something else.
Let's go around the table and ask about that just for the hell of it. Stupid. What would you get rid of?
Oh, that is a tough choice because there have been a lot of. I feel like just because of the influence it's had, because the movie itself isn't that bad, but I feel like the influence got real toxic. Frozen.
Ooh.
You're gonna ice Frozen. I like it.
Just let it go. It never happened.
Oh, yeah. All right, Inspector. You.
Okay. Get rid of one Disney thing.
Like it never happened. Never existed.
Like it never happened. Hold on. There's got to be one where that. No, that one was good. Like it never happened.
Yeah.
Okay.
It could be. It could be something that Disney picked up down the road, as long as it's now a Disney property.
As long as it's now a Disney property. Oh.
You need me to snowball some at you, Jim Henson?
No. I can definitely. I can do this. I would not. I would
all
say
the Muppets getting Thanos right now.
I don't want.
You know what's sad? I think people would be upset, but they wouldn't know exactly why.
Wouldn't do that to the Muppets, but you know what? Like, Pete's Dragon should have never existed.
Oh boy. Okay.
Like that was an unentertaining, weird movie about human trafficking that I still don't understand to this day.
Oh Jesus!
What movie was that again? Sorry.
Pete's Dragon.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that's I get my final answer. Pete's Dragon. Get it out of here.
Nice.
I don't want to remember that. I don't want my opinions about that movie to exist.
How about you, Painted?
I would have to say the Aristocats. I hated that movie.
Oh boy, there's going to be some hate down below in the comments for that one.
Oh yeah.
I was contemplating Star Wars, but I'm like, it's been a while. Well, then the comics and the books would disappear. Yeah, that's a toughie. I'm not sure if I could come up with one. As if you had to get rid of the whole damn thing. I'd let the movies die.
Oh, can I change my answer?
Oh, go ahead.
Who Framed Roger Rabbit?
Oh!
Goodbye. Goodbye. Get it out of here. Take it out back.
Change my answer to that.
What? Oh, yeah. What am I missing? I mean, I didn't think it was the best thing in the world like some people do, but yeah, go on. I want to hear more.
The sound, like if put that movie on without looking at it, the sound of it will give you a headache in 10 minutes.
Ooh.
So if it were,
Looking at it gives you a headache.
if it were,
Well,
a radio
if that wasn't
play,
enough, I guarantee you, just like put that on loud enough, not even loud enough, just regular volume. The soundtrack of that movie is obnoxious. The way the dialogue is delivered is obnoxious. Like I cannot. Yeah, I changed my like. I'll take Pete's Dragon over Who Framed fucking Roger Rabbit. Like,
wow. Damn, son.
like, no, you know what? And here's the thing, like, the whole idea of General Motors destroying the streetcars in LA is like, that's an important story. We need to tell that. This is not the context for that story.
Take the red car for a nickel.
Right. Like, I don't want, like, oh man, like, that was like a heavy thing where it's like, no, that actually happened. They screwed everyone out of good public transportation in the favor of freeways. But this was, I guess, like, instead of it was just being like, no, it was just open spaces and railroad tracks. We had to contrive Toontown having existed. Oh boy, I hate Who Framed Roger Rabbit a lot.
You know what? Now that we got people bitching, and you can't pick any of the last 5. Who, Sam, would you say is the worst president? Can't pick any of like the last 5 that came and went.
Last 5?
Yeah, can't do the last 5. You have to think about it.
Yeah.
Because I
It's
saw
a history question.
Yeah, I did see some videos on this, and he's like, just to make it more complicated, because enough time hasn't passed. Let's not include any of the most recent people. And I was like, ooh, I like that.
I just remember growing up and everyone saying how much they disliked Jimmy Carter. Like,
Okay.
because I remember the episode of The Simpsons where they couldn't find a statue of Abe Lincoln, so they got a statue of Jimmy Carter. I remember that one guy yelled out, "He's history's greatest monster."
Okay, so I have the pettiest bullshit reason I've ever heard in my life. He's known as the peanut farmer, and my dad just fucking loves peanuts, and he's like, after that bastard made president, he raised the price. And I'm like, you were such a petty man.
But you know what? Here's the thing. He would have had no reason to do that because he sold his peanut farm the second he became president. He had no stake in that game after he was in office.
Okay.
I hope he got a really low price for it. That way he could have sold it for peanuts.
He sold it for peanuts. Yes, exactly. All right. And pa-bam.
Good Lord.
Well, just out of curiosity, like, how did you guys find about me in the past?
I ran into you.
Well, I mean, besides randomly, like, someone remembers me, like, you saw a piece of artwork or something. Because I remember, like, people say to discover my artwork that was on Equestria Daily, and it was, like, 2012. And there was a Wheel of Find at this, like, contest. And I was a runner-up because I did, like, this whole Fluttershy design, and it was written in text. Whereas, like, all the shape was just was lines from the show. And I remember I should have wished I learned how to use Twitter back then, because I probably could have capitalized that. But at the time, I was working a crappy job as a security guard for a mental institution, and I was just not have the time to figure it out.
I'm trying to remember the last time I found
Okay, so you had a horror movie job.
Was that your worst job?
Oh, yeah. Oh, goodness gracious.
Okay.
That place was designed to throw everybody under the bus. No one wanted friendly there. You're dealing with people who don't want to be there. Nobody wanted to be there. It's like we all did a roll of the dice and like, did we really want to be here, guys? No, not really.
Yeah. Was there any like awful person at that job who was just like, I love it here. I love how awful they all are.
I would say it would probably be my one supervisor.
Oh no!
He was so gun ho about that place, and I'm just rolling my eyes.
Oh boy!
I just remember like looking at my clock. I want to go home. I want to go home. I want to go home.
It's like, I wish I could spend the night, see what it's like here.
Jesus.
Oh, that job sucked the life out of me. And I just remember, like, people were getting in trouble being at their phones and shit. And this one guy would set up his iPad, connect to the internet. He's like, "Oh yeah, I'm trying with my friend." "Who's your friend?" "Oh, she's some stripper online from Yugoslavia." And I'm like, "Yeah, sure, she's your friend."
Cam girl, nice.
Yeah.
Doing the cam girl while at work.
Yeah, at a mental institution.
I was just remembering when you were like talking about that. I was like, I can't remember the last time I discovered anybody on EQD. Good God. You know, I'm going to check that out tonight. I'm going to go look on there and see if any of the artists or anybody new. If there's any reason to look over there. Probably not.
Right, because they always did that draw friend stuff. They always got popular. And it's funny story how I got back into the Brony fandom. Well, first off, of course, I've been the furry fandom since probably like 2001, bouncing around doing cons. I had a couple animator friends that were working at this company that did Dr. Katz, and they were working on Word Girl, and they're like, "Oh yeah, my friend came up. We watched My Little Pony."
Now, if Dr. Wolf had made his series like Dr. Katz,
yeah,
that would well, yes, of course he doesn't know anything. He's not really a doctor. Just listen to him, bitch. Put their tight 5 in an animated form, yeah.
But they did kind of start. That was like where the Dr. Wolf started off. 2 of the early episodes was the Voice of Reason one where he just came on and bitched, and the Phantom Horn one, aka Ben Sing, where he just came on and bitched. And
yeah, he
kind of Dr. Katz.
Why are you squiggling? I have Tourette's. What was it?
I'm having a stroke.
I'm having a stroke. Yeah, I'm having a stroke.
But because they were saying, we were watching My Little Pony. I'm like, the TV show from the 80s? And I started, my first episode I watched was the gosh darn Cutie Mark Crusaders and the chicken that turned people into stone. That was like my first episode I watched. I'm like, there's got to be better episodes than this.
It's Skidaloo!
That's the goddamn episode that made me a brony.
Oh.
Hold on, wait. So you're saying there's got to be better episodes than a fantastic episode? I'm really trying to.
Sorry. I was coming from a different perspective on it, and that's why. Because I was looking at the credits, I saw DHX. I'm like, wait a minute. I applied for a job with them back in my last year of college, and back in 2008. Because I remember they were looking for storyboard artists. Like, we got this big project coming up. We're going to hire some people. I'm like, I want it. I win. I don't want to go home and work a crappy job.
At the mental institution.
Mental institution, yes.
Where my boss does the cam girl. I don't want to do it.
The boss, but somebody else. But
oh no, I was picturing the boss who loved it being the guy who was also
the cam girl
doing the cam girl guy. Yeah.
Jesus.
But that's when I think I started, my first fan art I did related to My Little Pony was
you know what? I know you're the guest, and God forgive me for asking. I have to ask Brony Inspector. Okay, Brony Inspector, of the main 6, which of the main 6 could you see catfishing someone?
Oh man.
Pinkie Pie.
It seems like it's
Maybe.
sneaky. It really does, because it's just like, I'm changing it to Fluttershy.
I could see that maybe.
Yeah.
I know Rainbow Dash
changed it to Twilight because
Rainbow
she's obsessed enough.
I was gonna
see
say
that, and that's the other thing. I think Twilight's the obvious answer, but I think she's so much the type of pony who'd just be like, but I would never do that. I have my elaborate plan of how I would do that, which I am waiting at any moment to do. I can just pull the trigger and this will be ready to go. I'll be the catfish master. But I don't do that kind of stuff. That's how yes, I feel like Twilight Sparkle has thought about this a lot, but the one most likely to actually do it would just be like Fluttershy. She'd just be like, well, I don't see what I was doing wrong. I'm sorry.
No,
if Twilight set it up the Tinder trap.
The way you talked about that, I'm just imagining, remember how Dr. Wolf used the main 6 for his moment with Dr. Wolf?
Yeah.
I'm imagining Fluttershy coming on there and explaining, do you have any problems? I did catfish people online for 10 years.
I was catfishing people online for the past seven or so years. Did you say 7 or so years? It's important that you're honest about how many years you've been doing this. I've been doing this for 11 years, Dr. Wolf.
I could put that. I will make this fantasy bullshit podcast happen
somehow. Now we got something.
Yes, now we got something. Sorry, Sam.
I want to finish up the rest of that story thought there, if that's okay.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because I think after that my first fan art I did was Rainbow Dash as the Rocketeer for some t-shirt contest. Didn't go anywhere. And then I kind of fell out of it. I would do something Luna, then fall out of it. And then it was like 2015. I was at an event in Geneseo, New York, and we had a new guy join my family's World War II group. I've been doing World War II reenacting since like 2001. And this guy said, "Oh yeah, I'm an artist." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, what stuff?" Like, "Oh, I do Brony art. I'm going to BronyCon." And I remember hearing about the military Bronies. I'm like, "Oh," because now I know, like, now I have a reason to go down there. At least I know somebody who's down there. So 2014 was my first Brony convention because of the guy in my family's reenactment group.
And which con did you go to?
BronyCon 2014.
Oh, okay, so this is pretty much BronyCon.
Right.
Time. Have you gone to any other cons besides BronyCon, like Brony-wise?
Brony-wise, since so it's been BronyCon, PonyCon,
okay,
TrotCon, and of course BabsCon.
Okay,
it's been the few I've been to. And funny thing is, you probably saw me there, Anthony, because back in 2014, I just got my Rocketeer cosplay together, and I went down there dressed up like that.
I wouldn't have been there, I think, 2014, because 2015, I think, was my first year.
Okay.
I did have Toon pushing me to go really bad, and I was like, I go to con... till then, I would go to Wizard World when I used to go, spend my money the one day, and then just not go back. I'd spend, somewhere between $100 to $300, probably closer to 100 to 200, buy a bunch of crap. Back in the day when the internet, you couldn't just get any old anime you wanted.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, you know what? I'm gonna go up this year, and I'm gonna get Princess Mononoke
shit.
way before all these casuals can watch it. And you were like, you felt so good about yourself. I'm gonna get all these pirated fan subs,
critically acclaimed. These are fan subs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm.
About the time, Anthony, Guardians of the Galaxy 1 came out, and everybody thought I was Star-Lord walking around.
Oh.
Yeah,
they did kind of look similar.
They
with
do.
The leather jacket and the helmet.
I can see that. And besides the guys in, like, at the time, there was this group called Fall Up Equestria, and I think they kind of disbanded after a while back in 2016. As I was hanging out with them for a bit, and they were doing a dinner thing, and everybody's yelling about this guy named Josh. I'm like, who the hell's Josh? I have no idea. Like, once again, I have no idea who the hell anybody is. So all the military guys are sitting over there, and I'm with all these fanboys who love this Josh guy. I'm like, what the hell's going on here? And then I think I remember walking back to the vendor hall, and a guy came over and was like, "Hey, my name's Josh. Mind if I hang out for you a bit?" I'm like, "Okay, I have no idea what the hell's going on. Nice to meet you, dude." That's when I found out later it was Josh Scorcher. I'm like, oh, huh, interesting.
I think we knew.
Really?
Yeah.
No, I was on the edge of my seat there. I didn't know who he was talking about.
It's still cringy being
the sadly enough, I think there is only one Josh in the fandom I could think of off the top of my head.
I know at least 4 people named Josh.
Okay.
Right.
But they're not like noted in the,
Well, they're not in the horse famous.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
Maybe
I think if I said their fandom names, you'd know who they
solid
were.
Josh
Okay.
thing going.
Well, if they don't want their name out there, we'll
Probably not.
Yeah,
I mean,
let's-
I'm sure you could think of him.
Oh yeah, now I can. Big guy.
Yeah.
But besides Josh, I think I did meet Toon that year, and I just remember this goofy guy with the top hat and the cut off arms. I'm feeling like, oh, this guy's just probably just garbage and the goofball.
All right, so you know what I can ask now, which you probably never would answer by. Did he stink?
I can't remember, but I think I did a smell of BO around the area because I remember who wanted to take a photo, and I just remember the guy walking by, and I just felt to myself, that is the weirdest son of a gun ever. Who goes to Capone convention dressed up like a wrestler? Then there I am, dressed like the goddamn Rocketeer, walking around.
Well,
The way Gibbon takes it is he's dressed like a male stripper, and I was like, you think he could make money? I said, I'd never said he'd be a good male stripper.
Oh man!
Get out of my brain, I need more booze.
Good God. No, I just when we ran into him in 2016, and me and Keisha were still hanging out together, and as soon as we walked away, oh, good dear God, did you smell him? Yeah. I think we winded up telling him when we got back. After that, she started showing up at cons giving him deodorant and shit like that.
Oh wow!
She's like, I'm not gonna sit there politely.
Oh
suffer
hell
through
no!
this
Yeah.
shit.
Wow,
She's like,
that's
for $5, my life can improve, or however fucking
Right.
much. Yeah.
bring extra of all of that shit to conventions. You're gonna run into someone who needs it, and it will help everyone.
Well, it's really bad when it's somebody you know. It's
it's always someone you know.
I feel like the scene from Top Gun where Tom Cruise character goes up to Val Kilmer and goes, just smells, goes, "You smell." That's all he says. That's all I can picture out too, just like a pig pen smell that follows him around.
Stank cloud.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
But chicken's done. Sorry.
Okay.
What was that?
But what would you say going through my art archive? What's the weirdest thing I ever posted online? You want to go? Why did you draw that, Tom? Samoht?
Oh, sure. I'll ask Sam. What is the weirdest thing you've drawn? Oh wait, no, I got a better one. What's the weirdest thing you colored in for Sean Howell?
I love his work. It was this bug monster, this like bug pinup girl doing something very erotic. I was like, oh, someone has
Highly erotic.
A Sean Howell picture doing something highly erotic. I will not sit here, sir, while you spread these hating lies about this fine Christian soul.
How dare you?
Yeah,
Wait a minute.
No. Oh. I'm well aware.
I'm asking you guys. Asking you guys. What something I posted online. What do you want to? Do you want to yell at me? Why did you make that? Like, was it some type of art or anything like?
All right, let me head over to freaking Sean's DA since you are requesting. I wasn't horrified by anything off the top of my head that made me stick through that. Let's see. And the minute I check over here, there's a note. Samoht-lion. Gallery. Scrolling down. The bowl cut on Mastercode's slightly weird. Scrolling down. Lion Lady. That rarity is pretty plump. The BR guest save 10%. That isn't fair. Yeah. The eyes on the Jessica Rabbit are really creepy.
Of course it's and which franchise is this one from? Okay. All right.
You really want
That's it.
Oh no, we're gonna keep going. You asked me to come over here. Yep, we're scrolling down from top to bottom on Samoht-lion's DA, which should be at the top of the description, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, this is good pod right here.
What is the Dusky Cat story behind the tombstone?
Oh, the tombstone. With the badges?
You have one where there's a tombstone in your DA.
Oh yeah, I was doing a back in I think it was a horror theme furry convention, and I decided to do like tombstone renditions of everyone's OC. Like if there was on what would be their name in there.
Ooh, spooky tombstones. Doing like a Treehouse of Horrors opening credits.
Right, but I think maybe I should. Maybe I should do that for next year's for commissions. Like everyone gets their OC on a tombstone.
Oh, dude, because it's the last Brony con.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
That is really depressing.
Oh, that is rich, dude.
I want one.
I'll buy one. I'm buying one already. Put me down for one.
I'll definitely do that. First, I'm gonna make a giant poster that says BronyCon with like the date it started and the date it ended, and it's like you want your OC on a tombstone. Realize I'm never gonna do my OC again. I'm killing it here.
Yeah.
Bring out your dead.
Yeah, oddly
it's
enough,
cold. It's cold.
I hit like 3 in a row, and sadly I ran out of fucking steam after that. So yeah, those were the only. The master code is slightly weird, just slightly. Right. The weird lion chick and the plump rarity, and I think the tombstone. Other than that, not too much that I would really complain about.
But I know after the whole Toon Crate fell apart thing, I had to post that thing about, because you were doing that We Don't Forget Toon Crate. I was like, I just got to post this up as my way of venting. I'm not going to make a blog. I'm not going to make a video. This is way more
It's important that you forgive.
No, I forgot who reminded me when we started talking about fucking. We were in a mass call the other day, And I mentioned, I was like, oh yeah, no, he did that forgiveness thing. And I was like, didn't you do that thing that we didn't forgive him as a giant fuck you? And I was like,
yeah.
You know, it happened so long ago, I forgot that was the motivation. I'm pretty sure it was.
Yeah.
I'm 99.99 repeating that was a giant middle finger. That I'm like, no.
So Wolf, no, we forgive Toon Critic. No, we don't forgive Toon Critic. Like, it was a direct response to that. Yeah.
It's like, well, I had a boss who I hated because he slept with my wife, and I forgave him, and then I could look her in the eye again, and that allowed me to go on with my life, and I feel it was the right thing to do.
He says this as he has their severed heads mounted on his bedpost.
Toon Critic is currently hiding in my basement.
Yeah. You know what? I guess if he was chained to like a water heater or something like that, getting burned periodically, I could forgive whoever did that to him.
No, but my wife has been going down there somewhat regularly.
Holy shit! You know, that took no prodding. That's the sick part of that.
All right. All right. Good. I gave you one there, guys.
Yeah, you did. That was pretty bad. Oh,
chicken heads.
I got a lot of editing ahead of me. Holy shit. That ain't coming out. I'm just
This is folded in on itself a few times, but I think that was...
Oh, God. I really want to get like somebody to do the main six for one of these podcasts, so I could just have you interview them in turn.
What is Dr. Wolf?
And I would call it Dr. Wolf. You know, like
Woof, Dr. Woof.
You know, like the sound the dog makes.
Yes, Dr. Wolf.
Make the OC suspiciously look way too much like Dr. Wolf, where you're not even trying.
Dr. Wolf.
The podcast with Bark.
Dr. Bark. Okay. Professor Bark.
Dr. Woof.
Similar but intellectually different.
This is different.
You can't sue us.
You know, if the Colbert Report can keep him getting sued by what's his face, there's no reason I shouldn't be able to get away with that shit.
The likes of us, yeah, I think the stakes are quite a bit lower in our case anyway.
Yeah. I think we could get over doing that. I really think you have a winning thing.
I'm in 100%.
Oh, God, fantastic. Yeah, no, I'm gonna
set this up. This is gonna be great.
That'll be the real Dr. Wolf will replace King of Limbo.
Dr. Wolf.
We'll talk to every scummy asshole that he'd never have on the goddamn show. We'll have DWK on there. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, man.
Oh, God.
All right. I think that's a good place to wrap it up, unless anybody wants to have a final go away. Yeah?
And it was like, just a final plug. I have stuff on Redbubble and TeePublic and on Etsy, and I'm taking commissions for Christmas, so I'm going to be doing some new art on there, and hit me up for a badge for BronyCon.
Okay, cool. Just put the links in the chat, and I'll include them as part of the thing. Well, that's a good place to